The man returned home from a business trip and discovered his kitchen had been turned into an elevator shaft. An elderly neighbor demanded $100,000 from him for the elevator installation, but the man was an elevator installation engineer. He knew the building's structural safety standards did not qualify for an elevator installation. Forcing the installation would cause the walls to crack. The man said the neighbors had started construction while he was away on a business trip, and that the entire project was illegal. When the elderly neighbor realized the man refused to pay the installation fee, she immediately ran outside and started shouting. Soon all the residents in the building came downstairs. They all accused the man of refusing to contribute to the elevator installation. A female internet influencer even started a live stream, trying to pressure the man into paying the money, but the man quietly took photos to collect evidence. The next day when he returned home from work, the elderly neighbor stopped him again. She said he had to pay a $20 fee every time he used the elevator. At that moment the manager suddenly appeared. As soon as the elderly neighbor saw her son arrive, she immediately complained that someone was unhappy with the newly installed elevator. The man first explained that forcing the elevator installation was completely illegal, but the manager insisted that all approval procedures had already passed inspection. After hearing this, the man turned around and left. The next day during a department meeting, the manager publicly announced that the elevator installation project had already been officially approved, and anyone who still opposed it could resign immediately. The man understood that this was a warning directed at him. After work that day, he contacted a renovation company and transformed his apartment into a cemetery. Just as the man was leaving with his co-workers, he happened to run into the elderly neighbor again. She warned him that if he still refused to pay the elevator fee, they would come downstairs every day and cause trouble. But the man did not care at all. Before leaving, he installed a surveillance camera outside his door, preparing to collect evidence of the neighbor's harassment. Sure enough, in the middle of the night, the elderly neighbor came to his door and burned funeral paper. Early the next morning, she even brought a group of people to beat drums and gongs outside his apartment, but there was no response from inside the home. Little did they know the man was watching their performance from a rental apartment. Over the next few days, the elderly neighbor threw trash at his door every single night. She even splashed dirty water all over the door. Everything she did was recorded as evidence. The following day, two investigators came to see the man. They said residents had reported that he stayed hidden inside his apartment all day, and they suspected he was involved in espionage activities. After hearing this, the man immediately realized the elderly neighbor must have led the false reports against him, so he agreed to let them inspect his apartment. As soon as the neighbors saw the man, they all began accusing and framing him. They demanded that he open the door immediately, but when they saw the apartment filled with urns containing ashes, everyone was completely shocked, and the man finally decided to take revenge on them.